Right now, it's my honor to welcome Michele Kopolow, granddaughter of Al and Rose, in whose memory the original building was built. Michele.
Hi, I'm here today to give you some history. I'm just a storyteller. Really, it all started back in 1905, back in Russia. My grandparents were prosperous farmers, not believing that the pogroms were coming. Unfortunately, they were wrong, and one day they came home and their house was burned, their farm was burned, all their animals were dead. So obviously it was time to move. So they picked up with their 3 children at the time. They subsequently had 3 more to make it 6, and with nothing went off to Berlin. From Berlin, it was my grandmother's parents who lived in New York who sponsored their coming to America. They got to America, and my grandfather started selling apples in the street. Well, obviously, having been a prosperous farmer, he really didn't think this was a great profession. So, there were cousins who lived here in St. Louis, and so in 1908, he and his wife and 3 children moved to St. Louis. That's where this legacy begins. My grandfather built a prosperous grocery business and also ultimately real estate. He educated himself, his wife, and all of his children, ultimately 6, 4 boys and 2 girls. And then he lost all of the real estate in the Depression. My mother never knew my father's parents. They died in the 30s. But before they died, somehow or other they instilled a great message into their children. And so later on, after the children prospered in their representative businesses, which are different, they wanted to give something back to the community. They wanted to honor their parents. This message was very strong. Originally, they didn't want their names on the building. They were just honoring their parents. And then after discussion between all of the brothers and their wives, it was decided that it was very important that names be on the building. At the time, there wasn't a lot of philanthropic giving through naming. The Jewish population was moving west, and this building was a possibility to give back for the community and cultural legacy that had been given to them and help when they came over, as well as to inspire others in our Jewish community to do likewise. So they gave with their names on it in hopes that other people here would do it also. They wanted to give back to this community and to make it a vibrant one to live in. Hence the Kopolow building. There are many of us here. My mother is the only living contributor at this point. But as many children as are in town, we could get here. So we just want to say that it's very important that our name continue to be associated with the building, that the legacy continue, and that more people think to open their hearts and give back for all that this Jewish community has done for them, and that you all have done also. Thank you.